The third round of the Winter League season is now underway. The 6 best teams will now battle it out to improve their place in the standings as they head into the playoffs. Hapoel Jerusalem and Maccabi Tel Aviv have hit road bumps of late, providing Maccabi Haifa an opening to seize a top spot. As conflicts arise on the court, peace settles into a country with much historic significance. Haifa's players can take an opportunity to explore and learn about their current home country as they take a break from their day-to-day basketball practice. Unfortunately, the breaks do not last, and the teams quickly find themselves back on the court, planning and executing strategies that will drive them above the rest. Compared to most basketball leagues, Israeli Winter League teams are scheduled to play 1 game per week. So with fewer games comes more practice. For Maccabi Haifa players, enjoying the beautiful climate and historical scenery quickly offsets the monotony of their daily routine. On one of their days off, Chanan, Colman, and Will Graves set out on a car ride to Jerusalem to learn more about the history of the country. But it is not their first time in the historic capital. The two have already had their share of the city.
This is your second time around Jerusalem?
It is my second time. So the more history, the more I learn. It make me want to go back and talk to my mom, my family, and everything, just by being Christian and just different little stuff that I know that they might appreciate.
For sure.
This ain't your first time here. You lived here, actually.
I actually lived in Jerusalem, man. It's a pretty, I mean, obviously it's a historical site, both on the religion side, and it's an amazing place, man. It's like, to me, it's like no other capital city in the world. Like, it has so much history behind it. When you go into the old city, it's almost like walking into like a movie, you know.
Out here, just to be able to, like, they still finding new information just from digging and finding different stones and stuff. Like, that's incredible.
That's also one thing I think is super cool when you walk in the old city and like you see the little kids running around. Right. Like, imagine being a little kid back then and playing hide and seek.
Right. Oh, like, man, that's crazy. Man.
For a first-rate history lesson, Team Cultural Liaison Shulamet Shelley led the 2 guards to the right place.
The best way to understand a place is to understand its history. We're in the Israel Museum, and this is Ronnie. He's going to show us all this history.
Nice to meet you.
What's up, Ronnie? How you doing?
Nice
to meet you.
One of the world's leading archaeological museums in the world, the Israel Museum houses a collection spanning from 1.5 million years into the past to today. Among the highlights are the Billy Rose Art Garden, the Shrine of the Book, and this scaled model of ancient Jerusalem during the Second Temple period in 66 CE.
We're standing here east and looking to the west, to Jerusalem in its glorious moment 1 minute before it was destroyed. What we see here is the most sacred and most beautiful shrine in the ancient world, in the Roman world. Everybody were coming here, Jews and non-Jews. That was the wonderful, amazing phenomena. In terms of the Wailing Wall, the Western Wall, we see a red arrow. The red arrow, this is the Kotel, this is the Western Wall. Well, part of the Western Wall.
What amazed me the most was when we was looking at the scale model of the city. The fact that I've been to the West Wall and I've seen how big it is.
Yeah.
And to see the scale model and to see how small
little piece
it actually really is compared to like what they had.
Sure.
That
yeah, I remember you
blew my mind.
You asked me like, is that really?
That blew my mind. I'm like, yeah, I went there. Like,
yeah.
Inside the museum, ancient artifacts collected from the biblical era.
Here, this person was crucified in the time when Jesus was crucified. And in this history, we found the heel bone with the only crucifixion nail in the world. This is really wow. Yeah, people cry when they see it. Yeah. Probably Jesus was also had the same artifacts. For example, we have here sandal. And remember we were talking about that Jesus walked 250 kilometers with sandals. So this is kind of a sandal that he wore too.
Next came an exhibit on the future of Bible publication.
You're gonna have to explain it to Will because he don't see nothing right now.
You don't see nothing. Wait. In this small piece, the Technion from Haifa, from your city, created a new technology. They wanted to show how the next generation is going to write the Bible. They made a laser technology that cuts the curves, like in the stone, carves 1,200,000 letters in gold small chip. And this is this chip.
1,200,000 letters.
1,200,000 letters. What's 1,200,000 letters? The whole Bible. Every word.
I think what stunned me the most is that they got the whole Bible down on the little chip. Yeah, like, first of all, engraved on that little gold chip. 1.2 million words. That's ridiculous.
The biggest wow was saved for last. The most important archaeological discovery in the past century was found about 20 miles from the museum in the mountains facing the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea Scrolls, said to contain prophecies about the end of days, were next on the players' agenda.
This is Isaiah. It's a complete scroll, and you see that it was written in Hebrew, ancient Hebrew, but this Hebrew we already can read till today. And this is from the real time, so this is amazing. Till today, we read the same manuscript.
Upon leaving the Israel Museum, the hungry players were ready for a quick lunch.
These like spinach leaves wrapped with rice inside. Get your kupas over here. You like them.
See, Chanan is Jewish.
No, I had a little bit of this before.
Therefore, he understands all of this. I can't identify with none of this, so I'm gonna just stick to chicken, soup, and salad. That's all I'm identifying.
See, what happened before this came on the table, they said artist cook soup. And
he was like,
nah,
say it.
Nah. And then he got a little bit of taste. He was like, yeah, let me get some more soup.
It changed my life. The soup changed my life.
At
first, I did not want the soup. He is right.
This soup tastes good, huh?
I hate you right now. I don't have a... All they gave me was a shot glass.
Dang, they really got the soup now.
Oh, my man. They brought me soup.
Soup is here. See what happens when you try new things?
Thank you. It look good. With that spaghetti.
That's that spaghetti. On the couscous salad.
That's picture ready.
They made that ready for TV.
Chanan is a chef. He might not tell you, but he sends us pictures in this group chat that we have and make us envy what he's eating every day. So it wasn't new that I was mad at him having a great soup. But it's a nice view out here too.
Back in Haifa, the basketball club gets their sights set on the playoff picture. Some scheduled matchups against the league's elite presents an opportunity to test their strength and see if they have what it takes to take the Israeli title. After ending the 2015 season sitting in fourth in the standings, Maccabi Haifa started the new year on the wrong foot. A loss to Hapoel Tel Aviv would set them back from a chance to climb into third place. Nevertheless, the team quickly regrouped in a contest against Kiryat Gat, where Ozblazer busted out of a slump, putting up 18 points and 6 boards, leading the team to an 84-74 victory. Next came Herzliya in a standings battle for third place. Reggie Buckner controlled the paint with 18 points and 8 rebounds in what was a tightly contested game. with Maccabi Haifa up 65-62. And 6 seconds left in regulation, Herzliyah's Drew Crawford knocked down a desperation three-pointer at the buzzer to send the game into overtime. But the Greens recovered in the extra period, and they outscored Herzliyah 15-8. They now felt ready and confident to face top-ranked Jerusalem on the road. Maccabi Haifa already defeated the defending champions once back in December in an Israeli Cup game, so there was no question Jerusalem would be ready and waiting for this rematch. Haifa set the tone early with a first-quarter lead. The Reds would tighten the score heading into the second, but Haifa's trapping defense was effective, leading to open-floor offense. They would take a 50-43 lead into halftime. The Reds would knot the score at 50 and continue to keep that score within one heading into the fourth quarter. Later, the Greens would wake up again with a pair of threes, some fast breaks. Colman played outstanding with 19 points and 5 assists, while Reggie Buckner did some serious damage in the paint, registering his second double-double of the season with 15 points and 10 rebounds. Maccabi Haifa sealed their 11th victory of the season by a 10-point margin, rattling off their third straight win. 2 games later, after a disappointing loss to Hapoel Holon, the Greens returned home to RK Arena for a contest with Maccabi Tel Aviv. Earlier this season, Haifa suffered an ugly 40-point loss to Tel Aviv, one of their worst defeats of all time. But the Greens were feeling much more confident in this rematch. Gregory Vargas started things off by scoring 10 first-quarter points. The Greens continued to apply pressure, shooting 53% from beyond the arc in the first half, and while on defense, holding Tel Aviv to under 24% from the field as they led 43-20 at the half. Haifa pressed the advantage in the second half as Buckner dominated the paint and climbed to a 41-point lead, their largest margin of the night. John DiBartolomeo also continued his sharp shooting night, leading the team with 22 points. The Greens cruised to a historic 35-point rout of Maccabi Tel Aviv, handing them their worst defeat in franchise history. The wins against the two elite teams puts Maccabi Haifa up to par with Israel's top contenders. The Greens will have to continue their outstanding play if they want to clinch third place, with 3 other teams also vying for that spot. Up next, who those teams are and how they stand up to the competition. The second round is winding down and teams are beginning to look ahead for the third and final round of the regular season. Currently at the top is Hapoel Jerusalem, but the defending champions have slumped of late and only hold a 1-game lead of first. Second place Maccabi Tel Aviv also struggled earlier this season, but they resolved a roster weakness by signing Gal Mekel. The all-time Israeli point guard returns to Israel after a brief stint in the NBA. Prior to that, he was best known for his 2 Winter League championships with Galil Gilboa and Maccabi Haifa. 1 game behind Tel Aviv is Maccabi Haifa in third. The Greens have been one of the league's hottest teams of late, having won 4 of their last 5. They have dominated at home this season with a 9-1 record, however struggled on the road with 6 losses. They have one of the league's best defenses and lead the league in steals. Rene Rougeau and Gregory Vargas each average over 2 steals per game. Rounding out the top 6, Herzliyah, Rishon, and Nahariya. Those teams will battle it out in the third round for seeding in the Winter League playoffs. Back in Haifa, Amir Celestin has been acclimating himself to a whole new world. He grew up in Scott Lake, Florida, a tough neighborhood near Miami. Having never lived outside the U.S., Amir's first few months in Israel have been all about adapting.
Three years ago, I was working 2 jobs. Now I'm playing professional basketball. It's just a dream come true. I was pretty much discouraged and thought my career was over. But with my family's support, I pushed through and here I am now. At the time I was working at Home Depot. I graduated from college and I didn't have no deal on the table. My old high school coach, he asked me was I playing anywhere, and I told him no. And he told me that they was developing the Miami Midnites and that I should come out.
The Miami Midnites are Maccabi Haifa's ABA and FBA affiliate team. They help find local basketball talent to groom and develop to potentially play in Israel. Amir Celestin joined the team and quickly became a catalyst for the team's success. He was awarded the FBA Final MVP after guiding the Midnites to back-to-back FBA championships. This caught the attention of the Maccabi Haifa coaching staff.
Right now we're in Haifa, the land of hills, mountains, a whole bunch of stuff I ain't used to.
I think it's really a special situation for him to come from the Miami Midnites to the professional league in Israel.
I'm happy for him, I'm excited for him. I've never heard a story like this before.
He's a guy that can do a little bit of everything, a warrior on the floor.
I'm just excited to see where it goes because he definitely has the potential to compete out here and be a great player.
What I'm trying to work on in practice is bringing the defensive energy, trying to do everything the right way and compete hard as I can. The first challenge was learning the offensive system because coming from the Midnights, we was pretty much like free motion system. Like the ball was in my hands majority of the time, and now being out here, I'm having to learn how to move without the ball and not trying to be so ball dominant, but find ways to score and to create for other people. Being in a new environment with the coaching staff, a new organization, new teammates, it's a whole lot different from back home, I tell you that. But they made it so warming and welcome for me, it's really been easy to adjust. It's a great experience to see another side of the world. The scenery is just beautiful. Come out here and think and just relax and reflect on a lot about life and things like that. Playing basketball, doing what you love every day, wake up to go hoop. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Now in a more competitive environment, Celestin hopes to continue to improve his game. He can learn much about playing his position from fellow teammate Gregory Vargas. Maccabi Haifa's starting point guard has continued to thrive as one of the league's best. Coming up, how the Venezuelan acclimated to Israel. The reason why Maccabi Haifa was able to defeat Maccabi Tel Aviv and its star point guard Gal Mekel was because of the outstanding play of Gregory Vargas. The Venezuelan native is Maccabi Haifa's treasured off-season acquisition. Since joining, he has quickly become one of the league's premier point guards. However, the decision to come to Israel was not easy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
When you work hard and you have a big dream, you take it. Before coming here, I feel a little scared. But I don't know why. This country is amazing. It's an amazing country. I feel safety right here. I like the food and I like the league. A lot of players, good players, different country, different language.
For me, it's the best.
Having his wife along for the journey has made the adjustment to Israeli life far more comfortable.
It's helped me in the car, out of the car, when you play back. Say, don't worry about it. Tomorrow, new day, focus on the next game. When you talk to me like that, feel great, forget everything, and I'm so happy, so happy. Yeah.
Vargas, בתוך הצבע, פתאום פנוי! פתאום שם עוד פעמיים על שפלן אחרי חילוק.
Born in Miranda, Venezuela, Vargas brings a winning pedigree to Maccabi Haifa, having won 6 Venezuelan league titles, including 5 straight for the Marinos. He has also played for his country's national team. Just months ago, he hit the game-winning free throw to win the FIBA Americas Championship, qualifying Venezuela for the 2016 Olympics in Rio. The upset came against a talented Canada team that featured a heavy group of NBA stars, including Kelly Olynyk and Andrew Wiggins. Vargas is known for his leadership and playmaking abilities and has proven to be an asset for this year's Maccabi Haifa squad.
The team is like a family. When you play with your family, everything is better. You have more motivation. Every player stay on the same page. We stay on the same page. You work hard every day. You never give it up. The end of the season, you feel great. The key for me is everybody play like a team, play together. I know what's there to win the championship, so I'm gonna talk with the young guy. He say, hey, you want to win the championship? Work hard every day. The season starts in the practice. When you practice hard, you play hard. For me, it's win the championship. That's it. I don't care Maccabi Tel Aviv, the other teams, no. My main is Maccabi Haifa. This is my family right now, and work hard and do it 100% every day in the court for win the championship. Now I feel happy, but it's difficult for everything. My wife's not speaking English, I don't speak English good. But the thing is, when you feel happy, at the end of the day, it's good.